All right. So it is currently 9:30 a.m. I got my coffee here, and I'm just checking in and gonna give you guys some advice because last night, which by the way, it's a beautiful day, and this is crazy because we're only in March here in the Midwest, but um, like last night we had play, and it's keep in mind it's Monday. I'm recording this on Monday today. I'm gonna upload this as soon as it's done. We played a gig Sunday night and we drew about 100 people in there, right? That's crazy. For us, that's insane. We were the headlining band, okay? So what I'm going to talk about in this video is a few things. Number one, I want to try to give you a little bit of like motivation if you're in a band and maybe you're gigging a little bit and you're not happy with the turnout of people that are coming, or maybe you're not gigging yet and maybe you're feeling a little discouraged about it because maybe you feel like you're not good enough yet or your band is not good enough yet or whatever. So I want to give you that piece of advice, and then I want to kind of lead into how it feels for us and how it feels for me to be able to kind of really up, my band's success, because it's really honestly awesome that, last year drawing 100 people at a gig we were in a place called West Dundee in Illinois, which is more in the middle of nowhere than you think. And on a Sunday, 100 people, that ain't easy to do. So we're going to talk about that. But then, of course, I need to address the guitar players who maybe are bedroom guitar players. Y'all need to start playing gigs. So I'll address that too. But, essentially, the thing is, like I said, if you go back, even just not even 6 months ago, my band was struggling to even pull 30, 40 people into a bill, and the only times that we would get these like big shows with a lot of people was if we would open for big bands, and we would open for bands like, Starkill, bands like Liliac, things like that. And those were fun, obviously, but they were not really here to see us. It was good exposure for us, and we're always going to keep doing those. But last night we headlined our own bill, and there was 100 people there. Obviously, we didn't draw all 100, but we drew a really good chunk of them, so I'll talk about that here in a moment. But what I'm saying is that the consistency of being in a band will pay off if you do everything right and you do everything consistently. So to put into perspective, last night we walk in to this big venue, okay, and we're like, just looking around. We get everything set up and everything. All that stuff is going really, really great, and we're going through the routines. And then when the doors open, a bunch of people walk in with Bachelor's Grove t-shirts on, that's the name of my band. And I was like, huh, that's interesting. Who are these people? And, some of them we recognized after a while. We're like, oh, yeah, you were here from the last show, the last time that we played here, right? So it was like, fans of the last show who found us and want to come back, right? But then there were more people coming in saying, hey, we found you on this social media platform, and we really just wanted to see you. Or some of the other people were saying, like, hey, we actually ended up seeing that you were playing this show in May at the Forge in Joliet with Infected Rain, and we were like, we had to check you guys out, and we thought you guys were so good with your songs online and stuff, and we wanted to just see you guys headline this gig tonight. So, like, and then, there comes the things of, like, they're asking for autographs to be signed, and, they're taking pictures with you and all this stuff, and it makes you feel really, really good, right? It really does. So listen, man, like, being in a band is like one of the hardest things that you can do, but those moments that come up really do make it worth it, in my opinion, 100%. So anybody that's telling you to not be in a band, in my opinion, they have not really experienced what it's like to be in a band. And I'm just giving you my 2 cents on it, because believe me, like, I'm still in the baby steps of my band, but I've already been through a lot of really hard times as a musician and in being in a band and stuff like that, and I know there's a lot of drama, there's a lot of struggle, there's a lot of obstacles that you have to kind of encounter, but regardless, I think it's all worth it, you know, for especially those moments like that. Now, shifting more towards into, for you, the viewer listening, I mean, think about it like this. If you're a bedroom guitar player, okay, and you're going to stay that way, you're never going to be able to experience any of what I just said, right? And that sucks, man. That really sucks. And I'm not saying that everybody has to be like a rock star. Not everybody has to tour, you know, not everybody has to do all these crazy, amazing things, you know. Why not just be a guitar player that plays in a cover band once every 6 weeks at a bar? Why not be an original band that mostly records and, I don't know, plays one show every 3 months, you know? It doesn't have to be as much as I do it or as much as other professional musicians do it, but I think you should go for it. I'm sorry, like, I don't know. I see a lot of people online saying that you shouldn't do it. I don't know. I'll be the guy who tells you the other thing. You should try to be in a band, you know, because you're gonna miss out on all those really fun, magical moments, and you're gonna grow as a guitarist and as a musician, right? So, transitioning a little bit into those people that have not played gigs yet. Okay, let's address that stuff, because if you're someone who wants to gig but you just haven't yet and there's some sort of discouragement happening, here's what I would recommend that you do. I would just break the string, and I would just, not your guitar string, I mean like a physical like piece of yarn or something, or an actual string, and just get into a band and book a show. It may sound crazy, but you need that urgency to really make this thing work, and it's gonna really make you feel good, and it's gonna really pay off. So what I would do is I would find band members that are at least serious enough to play shows occasionally, which you may think it's hard to find. It depends on your location, but they are out there 100%. You got to look in the right spots for it, okay? But what I would do is I would get together with a band, figure out if it's going to be covers or originals. If it's originals, it's going to take a lot longer because you're going to have to write songs, but in my opinion, it's more fun that way. But present your ideas, come up with a 25-minute set, which everybody can do. That's like 5 songs, right? Come up with a 25-minute set. Make sure that your sound is good. Book a gig maybe 3 months to 6 months in advance, and then see what happens. You're going to be practicing. The urgency is going to be there, and you're going to be so happy you did it, and you're going to want to keep doing it more and do it again. So it's going to really, really make sure that you succeed at this guitar thing, you know? And these gigs don't have to be anything crazy. It could be just like your buddy's birthday party, you know? It could be like a jam night or something like that. It could be even like, if you really want to dial it back, just do an open mic night. Just say, hey, would you mind if we brought amps and a real kit or something like that, and get used to living that lifestyle, because you're going to need to anyway if you really want to make this work, right? So that's what I would recommend that you do, is you should try to pursue those things. So, I mean, that's mostly what I wanted to say. I mean, if you guys have anything in the comments about it, I would love to hear it. But, yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.